Hello and welcome to a scene, The Salem by Night. Today, Lucy has gone in search of trains because they have changed a lot since when she was around. And as such, she feels it is worth dropping by the train station, seeing what is there and the hustle and the bustle. And while she is there, she notices a street musician playing his guitar, and she joins in with singing with him because she recognizes one of the songs. And that is pretty much where we start our scene, with Lucy singing along with the street musician and doing a fairly remarkable job of it. If you want, I can bother rolling, but her dice pool for singing is 11, so that gives you a rough idea of how well she tends to sing.
Fair enough. Fair enough. On the Grand Locomotive. Chug, 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 chug. Chug, 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 chug. We see ourselves looking at Marcus Green. Very, very much trying to relax in this somewhat vintage coach. Specialized vintage just for the tourist. You can pretty damn be sure about that one. He's pretty damn sure because the last time he went ahead and checked these sheet cushions, he found a fantastic ticket to one of the haunted houses of Salem. Sort of blinks at it, stuffs it into his own pocket because, hey, might be interesting to go ahead and look at, and maybe he will. And maybe this is just the string and the thread that leads him to such places and such adventures. But in any case, he has been relaxing in the coach, his bag, his duffel safely locked in the overhead compartment. And he looks through the glass of the coach onto the wilderness and rural countryside, fading faster and faster and faster away. He does not know why he has come to this city, but he felt like the wandering. And when a wandering man goes, that's where he is. But in any case, after all that poetic bullshit is done with, the train goes ahead and starts to approach the station, starts to slow down, the squeaking of the brakes, the eerie fucking shriek of the brakes goes ahead and catches his attention until the entire locomotive goes ahead and does a full stop at the station. Marcus goes ahead and grabs his bag from the overhead compartment, slings it over his shoulder. It's a bit weighted. Well, it's a bit light. No, it's a bit weighted. No, it's a bit light. It's light in that he needs and would require so much more. But it's very, very heavy because it has all the essentials he's got and needs. He goes ahead and busts open his tablet from one of his pockets, goes ahead and checks his email about the little apartment he went ahead and rented for a few days at least. No, not a few days, a month at least. Checks to make sure that he's got the right key as it is in the photograph. And he'll go ahead and depart the coach, stand on the rail platform, start to admire it just a little bit, kick his heels on the wood paneling, and pretty much start his way.
And as said earlier, Lucy is standing on one of the platforms. Well, no, not on the platforms because they're probably past the ticket barriers. Out towards the street, but still inside the station, next to a street performer with a guitar, and quite a crowd has gathered around them.
Yeah, Marcus is gonna go ahead and he's trudging along. You can see him go ahead and fiddle with his tablet onto actually a paint program. You can see little switches go ahead and fly across it as he flicks his fingertip to and fro, trying to inscribe something really damn quickly, but then he goes ahead and hears it. He hears voice. He hears the music accompanying the voice, and it stops him right in his tracks. On the tablet, the inscription half finished. Something to go ahead and give him good luck in his travel. Just goes ahead and stops for a second because he's caught. He's caught where he is. He's standing very, very much stock still, staring at his tablet, at his half finished design, the weighted duffel bag burdening him, but he cannot quite move because of the sound of that music.
As the song, which is one of the more traditional songs, something along the lines of Scarborough Fair or something. As that draws to a close, the musician will start on something a bit more modern, and Lucy will move away from him to many complaining groans.
Marcus will look up, look at the congregation, still paying attention to the guitarist, and the singer is starting to go ahead and walk off in her own direction. And Marcus goes ahead and quickly scribbles yet again in his tablet to go ahead and finish it. But this time, the key component of well travel goes ahead and is replaced with company, attractive company, actually. Goes ahead and saves the picture, well assured that the image in his mind, the effect that he wants, is going full blast. And he goes ahead and checks his directions again and smiles. Because now he did not recognize it, because he never really looks at the details of these MapQuest instructions, but now it's pointing directly towards the direction that, the attractive girl is currently walking down. Cackle, half-cocked smile. He starts to walk in that particular direction and sort of, fuck it, he'll yell out, "Hey!"
Hello.
Before you is a man dressed in a very, very heavy jacket for the weather, carrying a duffel bag. His beard, a very, very healthy shade, and he has a fucking cocksure smile on his face. It would seem to be like, any other day for you.
She'll take a glance at the bag and ask, "New to town or newly returned?"
New to town. I'm actually headed towards Crump Street. You know where that is? Is it up ahead?
It is the next street over from the church. I'm heading in that direction.
Well, Marcus goes ahead and busts open the pamphlet in his back pocket to show the bus station and their schedules. I'm planning to take the A train at about 12. Is that right? Or did they go ahead and change something really quickly on me?
The age rating for what?
From the station here over to Main Street, which is a half a block to the Crump Street.
Out of character? I have no idea. I just figured I would put it next to the church because I could.
That is fine by me. Out of character, convenient excuse.
Yep. She will look at the map, and then she will pull out her phone and very carefully bring up her own map. She doesn't look entirely at home with the technology, but it's hard to tell whether it is because it's a new phone or something.
Excuse me for 1 second. Yeah, excuse me for 1 second. Sorry about that. I had no idea what just happened.
That's okay.
You were talking about Lucy looking at her cell phone?
Yep. She will open her own map, and she will point out on the map where the church is highlighted, and it is the next street over. Because basically, those 3 streets, she knows that, between her house and the church, she knows fairly well. The rest of the town, she's gradually getting to know.
He goes ahead and nods. Again, a cocksure smile. Well then, until I reach my destination, will you be my single surfing friend?
She'll look a little bit confused by that question.
Single surfing friend. It's like, you've never seen Fight Club?
Shakes her head.
Single surfing friend is a bit of company that you have while you're traveling.
Well, I will walk with you.
Wonderful. Goes ahead and shuffles some stuff over to stuff his tablet and the book pad and bus schedule into his bag. Extends a hand. Marcus Green, nice to meet you.
Lucy Vesper. And she will extend her hand likewise.
And off we'll go ahead and start to travel. So, tell me more about what it's like here.
Well, it is fairly busy in places and quiet in others. There is a strong police presence where it is needed, and there have been a few issues with the former priest of the church, but his replacement is quite agreeable.
Which church is that then?
The Celestial United Multi-Faith Church. Sorry, in character she'd know it off the back of her hand. Out of character, it's only been mentioned like twice. It would be written above the building that she walks into every single day, so she'd know it. But
oh, absolutely, absolutely. Marcus, and again, something is happening. I apologize. Need to close the door. Right, you were talking about the church.
yes.
United something or another multi-sex church. Well, Marcus, you don't really get much reaction from Marcus when you go ahead and bring up spiritual concerns. He goes ahead and looks at you again. Oh, is that all that's going on? This is a really, really big religious town?
Well, there is also shops, and one of my friends works as a bouncer at a nightclub.
Really?
And another has recently attended a gay bar.
That's interesting. this city have a active nightlife?
I'm afraid I couldn't really say. I'm not sure I would be the best person to ask on that.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
I am somewhat curious about it, but given the reputation certain places have had in the past,
Mm, the city have a bag string of nightclubs or just like really bad accidents?
no, there was just a. Let us say I have been warned when attending parties, and I assume when attending nightclubs, that it is best to be incredibly careful of any food or drink that you might be given.
Well, of course you got to be careful when you go ahead and take a drink or something from a stranger. But I figure so long as you buy your own stuff, you're pretty good. Or is the house not even safe?
She'll shrug.
Eh,
As I said, I'm probably not the best person to ask on these things, although it would be interesting to discover.
fair enough. What's this nightclub that your friend goes ahead and works at then?
He works. He works at downtown.
Downtown. Interesting. What's the theme there?
I don't know, but I suppose I could ask him. And she'll pull out her phone again.
It might be just as simple as it is downtown. Oh, now I know why that sound is coming through the wall. Awesome.
Simply says that it is noisy and people drink a lot of alcohol.
And I'm guessing you're not all about that.
It is Lent.
Ooh. I'm sorry, I didn't realize I don't usually practice it.
I like wine most of the year.
Except during Lent.
Obviously making exception for the sacramental wine.
When does Lent usually run? I know it started like, I don't know, Tuesday? But, oh yeah, Easter.
Yes, Lent runs from Ash Wednesday until the celebration of Easter.
So correct me if I'm wrong, but the tradition is usually just give up the one thing, right?
I suppose it depends on who you ask and how far back you search for the traditions.
And how do you interpret Lent then?
It is a time for eating of simple foods and for giving up of luxuries.
Sounds interesting enough. What do you get out of it?
The rewards are more spiritual than tangible.
Okay. Tell me about the spiritual rewards then.
Sometimes it takes self restraint to be aware of how much you have, how much you could. If you were to enjoy the same things every day, soon you would stop enjoying them.
So basically, the idea is to go ahead and to abstain from something so that when you can pick it back up, you actually know that you enjoy it.
And you appreciate it, and you appreciate those who must go without it, and are reminded of the importance of helping them.
Okay, that's a side of it I never really saw. Um, so you go without to go ahead and understand the plight of those who have to go without.
She'll nod.
Much
It
it.
brings it brings you closer to those less fortunate, as well as reminding you of your own fortune, and what you save in going without can be used to lessen their misfortune.
Interesting, interesting. I've never really had to worry too much about my own fortunes. Um, I just came. I think I just came from a very good family then.
Well, that is fortunate, and something to be appreciated.
Oh, and hell, I do. Oh, what are you blessed with?
I'm blessed to be here, to have friends, to have family, to have an income of my own, and a place that I can go to be alone when I wish it. I'm blessed to have found kindness upon my return. I'm blessed
You know,
with many things.
Eunice Marcus goes ahead and shifts his giant fucking duffel bag from one shoulder to the next because he did not pick the quickest or the shortest route. He chose the route that would bring him to meet this woman and have an extended conversation. Much to his own chagrin, he's starting to curse his tablet at the moment. But so you say that you went ahead and returned. Did you not like the place you traveled to, or like did you have to vacate for schooling and such?
It it was not a pleasant place to live. But there are many places that are not pleasant, and I was more fortunate in my time there than most.
Sounds like a really bad place. What was so bad about it? Was it just he goes ahead and rubs his fingers in his eyes. You know, I've never really had to worry about staying in one place for too long, but I've been in a few terrible places, bad places. On a scale from having to hunker down with your parents because you're short on change to um, living or at least bedding down at a train station because you forgot your wallet in the past street over. How bad was it?
Worse.
Mm. Then I understand why you would appreciate having returned.
She'll nod. As I said, it was a very terrible place, but I was fortunate in my time there compared with most.
I guess. Is that why you go ahead and take Lent then? To go ahead and make sure that you remember to appreciate all you have and to lessen the worries and burdens of those who have gone without for so long?
She'll nod. And also to reconnect myself with my faith.
You're very faithful, I take it.
She'll nod. And she'll loosen her collar slightly and pull out a crucifix.
What denomination?
Catholic.
Ah, good old Catholic. Let's see. What do I remember about Catholicism from my youth? Let's see. Goes ahead and tries to do the gesture, testicles, spectacles, wallet, and watch, right? He says he goes up, down, right, left.
Close. And she'll make the correct gesture. Because if he's starting with the testicles, he's starting the wrong end.
Oh yeah, you can definitely see that he's fumbling around with emotion, not very confident with it at all.
Hers is a lot smoother, but she doesn't seem judgmental about his attempt. In fact, she gives him a bit of a smile. Like she appreciates the effort.
Being honest, it's been a while since I've actually found myself in proper church, like for worship, not for something else. Usually, I've been in two churches, yeah, for work. Usually, bar mitzvahs and weddings. Once or twice a funeral. That was really weird.
Well, you are quite welcome. There
Yeah,
are
that's what. Go ahead.
services most days. On Fridays is a discussion group.
Discussion group. I'm guessing you go over biblical lessons or like politics or what?
Everything. It is. Everyone is welcome for the discussions.
All right, and who usually goes there?
Well, most days the attendance is small. There is, of course, a larger congregation on Sundays. But myself and Michael and Mel and Fiona attend most mornings.
You speak names I know nothing about.
You asked who attended.
Yes, but you've gone ahead and just given me names, not the kind of people that just go there. I'm not asking for names or like any details like that. I just want to know the mood.
As I said, the attendance is small on weekdays, but every day there is a service and singing and contemplation. It is
Wait.
peaceful.
Okay, I understand that. Wait. Any of those names that just went ahead and fired off? Any one of them go ahead and do the bodyguard thing? I mean, the not the bodyguard. Did you do the bouncer thing?
Yes,
Which one?
Michael.
Okay.
Michael is the bouncer, and Mel is a police detective, and Fiona does not have a job at the moment.
Student are still finding her way.
Finding her way.
Is she one of the less fortunates?
Not exactly. She was in a similar place, and she was less fortunate than I was. But we can both count our fortunes now.
He goes ahead and nods in understanding. Goes ahead and steps in the puddle. Goes ahead and keeps on going as if nothing happened.
So what is it that brings you to this town?
Finally, something about me. Okay, he goes ahead and releases the strap on his duffel bag. Goes ahead and gives a rather dramatic wave of his hands. I'm wondering. Actually, I heard about this town and it being like sort of a budding community for musicians and the like. I'm actually here to see if I can get anything really started, or at least find some place to hang up my boots. That's why I've been asking about the nightclub stuff. I'm a DJ by trade.
She'll nod and smile about most of it. Slight frown of confusion about the DJ comments, but just smile.
DJ. He looks at you again.
Yeah. She still doesn't seem to know what that is. She doesn't seem to mind that she doesn't know what that is. And will instead ask, so if you were interested in building a community, in being involved in a community, what is it that you choose to do when you are not working?
You haven't really nailed that down quite yet. Um, Usually, when I'm not working, I go ahead and settle down to my own little place of power, my own little fortress against the storm, and just might generally listen to music, drink, go out.
And what kinds of places do you go?
Let's see. Well, it's always funny to go ahead and walk up to a club when you're not working and see some of your jackass friends try to do the same shit you do on stage. They never do it quite as well. There's an art to getting people riled up to go hit the dance floor. Also a bit of a sports nut, although not as heavily as most of my friends were back in college.
Father Dom was talking about attempting to get people together for football.
Interesting. He goes ahead and does a quarterback pass with his very thin arms. Yeah, sure, awesome.
She's going to look at him confused when he makes that gesture. Does that mean that you like to play in goal?
No. It shows just how ignorant I am of the practice. I like to watch sports, not necessarily play.
Oh, I should have mentioned her accent is French. It's fairly mild, but it is French.
Fair enough.
Is that to do with the American football?
Yes. Did you do egg ball instead of football?
She'll nod. Father Dom is Irish.
Oh, so he plays the football.
Involving feet, yes.
I played in the intramural league a few years back. I think I can make a really, really good. I think I can do the defense. Maybe. Don't know. Was a goalie once. Was a really goalie once. Not too much anymore. Better sprinter.
He keeps saying that he will try and get me involved in the game. She'll shrug.
At that, Marcus will go ahead and give you an appraising look, especially at the blue sundress. You think you can run? You think you can kick?
I think I have run. And I should rather not have to kick.
In football, you tend to kick a lot.
But in football, you're kicking a ball.
Fair enough. What does that mean then?
I think it is not particularly for me, but it is certainly more agreeable than a lot of possible activities. I prefer dancing and singing, though.
Dancing, you say? Let's see. At this moment in time, does he try a jig? He tries a terrible jig. This time, planting yet another foot into a puddle.
Lucy will try not to smile at that. She will try.
Let's see. Dancing, maybe a little bit. He goes ahead and waves his hands. But seems like you love to sing. At least from what I heard.
She nods. Every dawn and every dusk, and many other times as well.
So all day, every day.
Not all the day.
All the night?
No, as I said, every dawn, every dusk, and sometimes in between.
Every dawn, every dusk, sometimes in between. Ugh.
But not all the time in between.
So why not all the time in between?
But if you like listening to music, what kind of music do you tend to listen to?
Let's see. Well, there's always a few standbys that you can go ahead and trust. You can always trust classic rock, and well, that's actually the only thing you can. Well, classic rock, and then the rock from the gutter punk of the '90s and all its different proliferations. Techno in club, something that you want when you want to go ahead and get your heartbeat up. When you want to let go. When you want to let time just go ahead and slip you by.
Oh, I'm always quite well aware of time.
Really?
She'll nod.
Do you keep a clock inside your head?
Not a mechanical one.
Of course not a mechanical one.
I am very good at telling time.
Well, that's a good talent to have. Don't tell anybody else, but I also can tell time really, really damn well. But if people think, well, I can tell time really, really well. I can tell how late I am. I can tell how early I am. Doesn't change the fact that I go ahead and find myself either late or early to an appointment. I just know that I will be late or I will be early.
I seldom have that issue, but then I have fewer calls on my time than most, so I'm able to make provision for it.
Very well. You manage your time well then.
What appointments do you tend to be late for?
Let's see. What appointments I'm usually late for? Well, I'm usually late for trouble. I'm usually late to get myself involved. I'm extremely early to go ahead and profit. And generally, most of the time, it is as it is. Try to be punctual. Try to go ahead and meet every single meeting I need. So, I go ahead and make it to appointments with friends, dates, other kinds of stuff. But I'm always, always, always either late or early to a dentist appointment. And I know exactly how early or how late I'm going to be, so dentists don't tend to like me.
Well, if you know how early or late you are going to be, could you not make the appointment for then?
No, some things are definitely predestined, but they're always happy to have a call. So they know if I'm going to be late or they know I'm going to be early, but that doesn't, refresh their irksomeness.
Well, at least you are aware of it.
That I am.
Is there much you are searching for in this town?
Here I am to go ahead and find people. Here I am to go ahead and find places, and here I am to go ahead and try to practice my craft. They told me that Salem was a fantastic place to go ahead and start because it was such a small community. You can go ahead and find everybody within the underground, find your contacts there, and see if you can't lift yourself up to the next place over. No, I'm not saying I'm going to find myself in New York anytime soon, but it's a nice place to start. Massachusetts isn't that terrible a place.
No, it is quite pleasant most of the time, and the snow has begun to fall. The daffodils are in bloom. It is a good time to be here.
Well, what parts of this city, or what time in? Okay, which season is best in the city?
I have only been here almost 2 months now. You can almost see her deciding to round it.
Too much. 2 months, excuse me. Hopefully, in that time, you found yourself. Well, it seems as if you found yourself in a comfortable place.
Sure nod. I have a place, I have a purpose, and I have an income. As I said,
Mm,
there is much that I am grateful for.
all right. Seems as if, well, it seems as if up ahead the streets go ahead and diverge. One goes towards the church. The other one goes over to one of the tenement buildings that Marcus offhandedly mentioned sometime in between the conversation.
Mm-hmm.
You notice, Marcus go ahead and bust out his tablet again. And what he does is just quite strange. He goes onto a photo gallery with lots and lots of different, very, very mundane landscapes, actually. And he's flowing through it, and he's looking at you and flowing through it over and over again. And just about the time that you find yourself at that street corner, actually, to go ahead and press one button on his tablet and return it to his back pocket, look to you and say, "So, are we destined to meet again someday?"
I believe that that is likely up to you. I have told you where I am likely to be every dawn and every dusk.
Goes ahead and points further down the street where the church is just a tiny little speck on the horizon. Right there, right?
She nods.
Again, the cocksure smile and grin is going to go ahead and appear on his face. Well, then I will try to catch you one of these dusks or one of these evenings. Dawns or dusks, excuse me. One of these dusks or one of these dawns. The term goes ahead and falls clumsily off his tongue.
She'll smile. It is good to sing the sun to wake, and then to bed.
Goes ahead and shrugs at that, the meaning lost on him. Go ahead and pull his duffel bag and shuffle it over onto the other shoulder again. Ugh. Until then, Miss Vesper. Vesper, right? Let me check that again.
Yes.
Yes, Vesper. He'll wave you off. Go on his merry ass way.
And she will go on hers. And there, I assume, unless there is anything else you would like to add,
Nope.
will end.